I need to vent. I might. Some of the real pillars in hip hop music are leaving us, and this shit is crazy as a motherfucker. Y'all come on in. Another fail in their 50s. R.I.P. Where was y'all at when Kiss Me and I Kiss You Back? Kiss me and I kiss you back. If you play with my tummy, I tickle your feet. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Man, do y'all know about Digital Underground? Should I elaborate? He said you were. He said I wasn't even born yet. I know, I know. You got to do your math, man. Go look at this song called "We the Freaks of the Industry." Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. We the freaks of the industry, man. I am hip hop, man. When y'all see me, I'm a walking, living personification of this culture called hip hop music, man. From start to finish, man, I was a part of it. Seriously. And if I wasn't, I went and turned over the rock. Straight up. He said shock group. Nah, no, not so much a shock group. Very talented. Those Digital Underground was similar to what you would call a hip hop band. I believe they dealt with a lot of live instruments. Um, Definitely, their signature was the funk, that funk shit. He said So Many Tears was his production. Shock G produced So Many Tears. Man, I know that if the song was on, I could recite it. Oh, I'm in a rage. Oh yeah? Yo, why is that, G? Other races. They say we act like rats in a cage. I try to argue, but check it every night on the news. We prove them suckers right. And I got the blues. America, get busy, Humpty. The red, the white, the blue, and the blue and the red for Crips and Bloods and white for who's got you doing time. Busting caps on one another. Kill a black man. What? Yo, whether you retarded, tell them, Hump. Yo, do you work for the Klan? Do what you like. Shock G. That's Shock G. That's Shock G going back and forth with himself. That's Shock G and Humpty Hump. That's the same person. Look that shit up. That's all in the same gang. They killed that shit. He killed that. Digital Underground comes out of the Bay Area, Oakland, so the funk sound was mandatory. My man said 92, baby. I know my history. If you was born in 92, you was born the year that let me see. Kiss me and I kiss you back. Kiss me and I kiss you back. Incredible group. I have the CD. I'm gonna show it on Instagram. I'm gonna post a picture of it tomorrow on Instagram. I'm gonna go dig it out. I'll probably even play it for y'all. I own a Digital Underground CD. Shock a legend. One of the coldest producers ever. Facts. Do you work for the Klan? Do what you like. Unless you like gangbanging. Let's see how many brothers leave us hanging. He said money going, yeah. Condolences to Money B. Is Money B the last rapper living from Digital Underground? Because Hump and Shock was the same person. Tupac passed away a long time ago. Is Money B the surviving member? More power to you wherever you at, homie. Money B. Yeah, Money B was on I Get Around. What'd he say? I'm just another black man caught up in the mix, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Just cause I'm a freak don't mean that we can hit the sheets. Baby, I can't see that you don't recognize me. I'm Shock G, the one that put the satin on your panties. Yeah, that is I Get Around by Tupac. I Get Around was produced by Digital Underground. Still down with the underground when I come around. Never knew a hooker that could share me. What's up, love? How you doing? I've been hanging, singing, trying to do my thing. Oh, you heard that I was banging your homegirl you went to school with, but that's cool. But did she tell you about her sister and your cousin thought I wasn't? Shh. Um, People, pillars of the hip hop culture. Black Rob is one of them. Shock G is one of them. DMX is one of them. Back to back to back. This is very, very hard time, man. We need to be together. We need to love each other. We need to fellowship. We need to share videos. We need to recite verses. We need to write verses. We need to produce music. We need to keep this shit alive. Y'all need to go look up Digital Underground and listen to Shock G's body of work and get your dribble right. And get your dribble right. Yeah, hip hop heavyweights. Do you think Humpty Hump was a different person at first? Everybody did. It took us about a year. Might have the first the Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Humpty Hump was the first video that he was in, and that introduced Humpty. But I believe it took us about 6 months, man, because we didn't have a lot. It wasn't no internet. You had to wait to see these niggas in magazines and try to put the shit together and on TV. I think this is what happened. This is what happened. Them niggas came on BET one time and they did it like this. They would be interviewing Shock. They would be interviewing Shock G. It was on MTV or BET. I think it was BET. They would be interviewing Shock, and he'd be like, hold on, man, I gotta go make a phone call or some shit like that. And he'd slide off and shit. And when he slide off, Humpty would come out and shit. And that's how people start saying, hold on, man. Them niggas like the same size and shit. Like they the same height. I think they had the same hairdo with a hat on and shit. He said it was on Fab Five Freddy. That's what it was. We was watching that shit on Fab Five Freddy, and they wouldn't get on the screen at the same time. Hump and Shock G, you would never see them in the same room at the same time. He said we enjoyed it though. Humpty was banging formal though. He had to wait. The Humpty Dance is a hip hop classic song. The Humpty Dance come on anywhere. That's one of them songs you could play that at a football game, a basketball game, a barbecue, a graduation. White people love that shit. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Ho! Do the Humpty Hump. It's a party joint, classic party joint. He said, all around good song. The Sex Packets album is a classic. Yeah, it's called An Alter Ego. Paris, I appreciate that. Y'all share this live. Y'all can't get this shit nowhere else on the internet. I just did an interview with Mark Curry on Instagram. It's on Gully TV World. It might find its way to YouTube sometime soon. But if y'all want the goods, I don't serve tea. I serve hypnotic. Follow Gully TV World and go look at that interview I just did with Mark Curry. Spoke about Diddy, spoke about Styles P contributing to Black Rob's situation. He spoke about, their history together. Go check that shit out. My man said, no nose job. Digital Underground. Sex Packets. That dress interview was fire. Thank you. People slept on Digital Underground. You had to be in the know, man. If you really about hip hop, you don't read no geographical barriers. Meaning, I was never one of those people that listened to a song and said where he's from or heard something or heard a name and say where he's from. Oh, I don't want to hear that. I don't listen to that. I listen to hot shit. If it's hot, it's hot. Humpty Dance came out. That shit was hot. After that, um, what the fuck was their second song? What was their second song? Same song. All around the world, same song. Them niggas had hits, man. Same song introduced a young rapper by the name of Tupac Shakur. There you have it. He said same song with that movie. Same song was in I think the Addams Family movie or some shit. That shit was huge. I think that was the Addams Family. Do what you like. What's going on? Shock G said Pac had his apartment window wide open in the hood and the bay with guns all over. We the freaks of the industry. I just was singing that. You got that shot. We the freaks of the underwater rhymes. Underwater rhymes is hard. Get that CD, man. Don't miss out. He said, what was the movie? I thought it was the Addams Family. He said Johnson's Family Vacation. Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. Huh. He said it was a double trouble with Dan Aykroyd. Nothing but trouble. They appeared in the Addams Family movie. Okay, I knew they was in the Addams Family. See, this is when I'm in like the 8th grade or some shit, running home from school watching this shit on TV. Rest in peace, Shock G. This will be felt. There's giants on the West Coast too. Shock G is an industry giant. Shock G is an industry giant. Industry giant. They were a part of the All in the Same Gang, Stop the Violence song. He said MC Hammer was a Addams Family. I knew them niggas was getting that pop money on them big movies. I think he's from Brooklyn. I think someone said he was born in Brooklyn, raised in the Bay Area. Shock G and them was driving in a hearse and got a ticket, so they had to perform. Damn, man, it was some good times, man. That's good media right there. Kiss You Back. I just was telling them about Kiss Me and I Kiss You Back. I think that was one of their biggest songs. So they had songs that like was like pop songs, like some shit that everybody would listen to. But Kiss Me and I Kiss You Back, that was that shit. That was that shit. Shock G is from Queens, New York, and Tampa Bay. Queens. I just read Shock G did a song for KRS One. What song is that? I don't know. He was preaching. I mean, I said preaching. He was producing for a long time. He was a decorated producer. He was producing from the door. I believe he produced probably most of Digital Underground's early shit himself. Do What You Like was a video jukebox classic. The Humpty Dance too. He said, kiss me and kiss you back. That shit get played now. Yeah. Now motherfucker super gangster. It's alright to have fun on a song. Yeah, we need more originality and shit. That's one thing about Digital Underground. They was totally original. Everything about them, their appearance, the Humpty, the alter ego shit, everything. Rest in peace to him. He's 57 years old. The cause of death at this point, Nobody knows. I was just in a conversation a couple of days ago. Walter Mondale lived to be 93 years old, and someone was like, "Man, them dirt bags be living to be. They be living long ass lives, man. They be living forever. Niggas hardly get out their 50s and shit." Mm. You said the loose end sample. Our people are dying too young. Shock had pressure verses on the same song. He said we're losing the 90s. Yeah, the 90s are taking a hit. I think it's more 90s artists passing away than 80s. A lot of 90s artists have passed away. 50, 51, and 57. Rest in peace to Black Rob, DMX, and Shock G. If you follow me on Instagram, Gully TV World, go to the Gully TV World page. I just did an interview with Mark Curry. I'm telling you, go look at that interview I just did with Mark Curry. It's on Instagram, Gully TV World. It's blockbuster shit. If y'all don't go see it for yourself, you'll hear about it and shit. But it's the one that everybody been waiting for and shit. He didn't talk to nobody but the Dribble and Rolling Stone. So, spectacular repeatedly. Sure, they say death comes in threes. We really need black doctors that come to your home because we're terrified of going to the doctor. We need our people to practice good health. Get you some turmeric, kale, sea moss, ginger, black seed oil, ginseng, cardamom. I hear you. Y'all hear that information? I already live by that type of shit. Got it? It's a lifestyle. Shock G looked healthy the last time I seen a picture. Ever met Shock? Nope, never met none of Digital Underground. I was in the same building as Money B one time. There was a lot of people around him. He was taking pictures. It was a comedy show, I believe. He was in a spot. He was chilling. He was a cool dude and shit. He little. James Davis, you already know. Cigarettes and old English catches up to us. I'm 42. I seen it coming. My man said I like the syrup. If that syrup ain't maple, or if you ain't pouring it on pancakes, you're gonna need some kidney work eventually. Get your dribble right. It's still about that. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. I just was on here the other night talking about Russell Westbrook. I told y'all that Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. As y'all see, if y'all watch the NBA, Washington be knocking off the big teams. They come through and shock the big teams. They on a 6-game winning streak. 6-game winning streak, and you know how he do that triple-double shit. Pay attention. They're a nice 1-2 punch. If they had he said you think he will get a ring. I don't know. But he official was a motherfucker. People act like they tried to do to Westbrook what they did to Carmelo. They tried. They did. Try to put a bad reputation on him and shit like that. If they get they need one more little piece. They can compete. They be beating motherfuckers by themselves. He said Mikey T was just tripping on why is he talking about me? I'm not talking about him. I don't talk about him. I don't talk about nothing he got going on. You know why he talking about me? That way he could put me in his in the tags and shit. See, I'm relevant. I have a dribble. It's spectacular. A lot of these dudes be running in circles, man, doing the same shit. Just look at these dudes repackaging content for y'all. Look at my shit. Smorgasbord. I got all kind of shit going on my shit. Smorgasbord. Hip hop, sports and fashion, National Geographic shit. Like, come on, man. Motion picture shit, documentary shit. He said my homie earlier said something slick about Gully TV, man. I just need y'all to continue to say something slick about Gully TV, man. I fuck with it. James Davis, we've been trying to put it together. Shout out to Ray Ellis, Pittsburgh. Been trying to put it together, man. Word. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Rest in peace to the great Shock G. PA all day. I appreciate your donation, homie. James Davis, man, I work hard. I work hard to be the top shotter at this shit. You gotta look at the resume. Resume. That's all I gotta say. Resume. Resume. That's it. Drops mic. Drops mic. Somebody said that the rest of these guys online, they're what you call reactionary bloggers. They wait for something on the internet to happen and then they go into their act. Then they feed. You know what I'm saying? Like they need something to happen. Like the dude got shot for his jewelry. What's his name? What's the dude that got shot for his jewelry just now? Blue boy? Blue? Baby Blue? Is that his name? I didn't rush to the internet. I didn't rush to the internet talking about that shit. You said Pretty Ricky, right? That's good news for a YouTuber, a blogger. That's good news. A shooting, that's money in the bank. All you got to do is just do something. The motherfucking the search engine is on fire for this shit. Man, I'm like, man, womp womp womp. It's always the same shit, man. Womp, womp, womp. Like, who want, man? I don't even want that shit in my hard drive, man. Like, you end up uploading a video about this shit with 5,000, 10,000 other niggas who made the same video about the nigga Baby Blue being shot. There's no originality except for the dribble. I set this shit off right now. I set this. Look, I ain't even say nothing about that shit on IG. I ain't even do no live about it. I ain't nothing. Another motherfucker that got shot. Womp, womp, womp. PA all day, man. I hope they get past that, man. That shit is old news. You know, PA all day. You know why them niggas keep talking about that shit? They ain't got nothing else going on. You know what? You gotta write raps. You gotta produce a record. You gotta edit some video. You gotta shoot some video. You gotta take some risks. Or you ain't gonna be in the mix. Period. Reactionary vloggers. He said we need a Vic Page story from you. I already interviewed Vic Page a couple of years ago. Like 4 or 5 years ago. This man, this dribble shit, man. I don't understand, man. Like, y'all don't understand, man. Y'all hear him? He said, man, you need some Victor Page, man. I'm the first nigga that got the Victor Page, man. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Flagrant Flow. Thank you. Anyway, Shock G, the legend, has passed away at 57 years old. Founder of Digital Underground, mentor Tupac Shakur, gave Tupac his first big break on a song called All Around the World. Same song. Boom, boom. Make sure y'all check that interview out I just did with Mark Curry. Patricia Brown, we don't see it. You need to rephrase that. Y'all like this video. It's almost 300 people here. We gonna kick it for a minute. I hate that, the death of Shock G brought us together, but I grew up on Digital Underground. I'm informed about Digital Underground as like a motherfucker. So who better than the dialogue with about Digital Underground than someone who was there? He said that red and meth versus was fire. I knew after Wu Tang did they thing, after Ghost and Raekwon, I knew whenever the Def Squad got their chance, they was gonna do what they did, and we loved it. Play that shit back. Boom, boom, boom. Patricia Brown said, I said, what kind of channel is this? This is a variety show and a pawn shop. Patricia, does that answer your question? This is a variety show and a pawn shop. You can get a whole bunch of shit from both those spots. Ain't no, what you want? What you be looking for in a pawn shop? That's what this is. The Dribble. It's a pawn shop. She asked me what type of channel it was. I told her. It's a variety store and a pawn shop. Hip hop, sports, and fashion, man. Hey, Death Row East, that tickle you, huh? It's a pawn shop, man. It's Shock G, the one that put the satin on your panties. Never knew a hooker that could share me. Rest in peace to him. Nobody said how he passed away. He was 57 though. Patricia said, okay, I sing and I write too. Let us hear something. Let us hear something. He said in a flea market. You don't know nothing about no flea market. I grew up in the 80s when flea markets had Kangos and fucking all the good knockoff jewelry, 4-finger rings and shit. You don't know nothing about no flea markets, young nigga. Used to go to the flea markets in Norfolk, Virginia. All the good quality knockoffs. I believe that the rules for knockoff shit was different in the 80s. But yeah, but he said Virginia got him. I know. I used to go to them joints in Norfolk. Nobody was buying that fucking designer shit out of stores. Nobody was buying that shit out of stores. I don't think they was anyway. But everybody had it. Louis Vuitton hats. Niggas had Louis Vuitton hats. Shit Louis probably didn't make. Pouches. Fucking, remember the joint that hang around your neck? Little zipper joint. Louis joint. All of that shit was at the fucking flea markets and shit. He said, did the underground come out in the 80s or 90s? Digital Underground came out in like 89. Maybe 90. He said the New Haven flea market stitched on leather, stitched on tags over the ripped off Fruit of the Loop. Do you miss those good times? Yeah. I used to get the gazelles. The gazelles with the diamonds and the rhinestones in them. Like the Fat Boys, they had shit like that at the flea market. It took for me to be grown to know that gazelle was knockoff. That's how you know knockoff was prevalent. Because niggas was wearing gazelles with a G. That's knockoff. It's not gazelle. It's Cazelle with a C. Cazal. Cazelle. But niggas was wearing gazelles with a G. Openly wearing gazelles. Tell him. He said EKs. Probably was knockoff EKs around. Everybody, that's where you got fucking, that's where you got EKs from. The flea markets and shit like that. But nobody going and buying no fucking EKs out no more. White people probably don't even know what the fuck EKs is. That's some nigga shit. Emmanuel Khan. I'm pretty sure he white. But white people wasn't wearing the glasses. Niggas is wearing them. Y'all don't know nothing about no EKs either. I was a pup. You wake up in the morning, EKs be on coffee tables and shit. Grown motherfuckers, you know, they done been out all night, you know, doing what they do. They come and they put their EKs on a coffee table. Grab them shits up. And you dash to school with them and shit. You know what I mean? By the time you get back, they just be waking up to whoop you or deal with you or whatever. But you be done got you a playoff with the EKs and shit. Boom, boom, boom. All of our talented artists are dying. We got to take better care of our health. That's just it. Some of the shit that we grew up eating, you know, shit that's associated with black people, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, chicken, all of that type of shit, that shit is bad. Fried chicken, some motherfuckers been eating fried chicken their whole life. Don't you think that that probably is bad after a while? Like, this is what people eat, fried chicken and shit. Boom, boom. My man said I got my Hilfiger jeans from the flea market. UPT said I can't let macaroni and cheese go. I'm sorry. I ain't letting it go either. Don't you know that they be putting lobster in macaroni and cheese now? Have you had the lobster mac yet? That lobster mac is special. Niggas, you know how niggas putting lobster in everything now. They put lobster is like the new ranch dressing. Niggas putting that shit in everything. Motherfuckers eating lobster at breakfast. Fuckers putting lobster in scrambled eggs and shit, man. He said lobster mac is fire. It is. Boom, 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 boom. He said lobster mash. Damn. He said, well, that's waste of a lobster and eggs. Good evening to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I just did a dope ass interview with Mark Curry from Bad Boy. Oh, he said Puff called him on FaceTime, and came to, you know, see about that Black Rob situation. He said lobster is haram. Y'all gonna have a problem with that. He said lobster is haram. I know where you're going with that. The lobster shrimp thing, scavenger, I know. We ain't gonna stop eating it. We ain't gonna stop eating it. I don't even eat red meat no more. You think I ain't knocking down shrimps and lobsters? I ate that shit tonight. He He said lobster tacos. Wow. He said they sea pigs. He said we do too much for so long it becomes habitual. And a general lobster pizza. I had that. That shit bussin'. Who had the lobster pizza? I don't know the name of it, man. Weed. In this day and age, it was in a black bag, no name, just weed. Niggas be like, what you smoking? Weed, motherfucker. All weed ain't got no brand name. Some weed, that's just the name of it. Weed. Who would have thought we came to an era when all weeds got designer names and shit? Weed. What you smoking? Weed, motherfucker. Double K said it's all reefer. Let's get back to that. Scripture says don't eat anything without the fins and scales from the water. You should watch the video when Shock G explains why pot was better than big. That's a biased. That's gonna be biased. That's biased. Of course he gonna say that. You think Shock G gonna say Biggie was better than Tupac? Kidding me? He said Floyd bored. He gonna fight. We bored in Vegas. We need some fights. I know it ain't been live in a minute. Floyd pack him in. If you ain't been to no Floyd fights, he pack him in Vegas. Be a zoo out there. Maybe basically the livest time that's going on out there and shit. He need to fight that Jake Paul dude just for the fuck up. Just knock him out and shit. People will go to that. Y'all think they could sell that? Floyd and the Jake Paul dude? People just want to see Floyd come out. Floyd can make it interesting. He said Jake's too big. That's what'll make it good. That's a good fight there. If Jake's too big, Floyd can fight him. Because Floyd's a professional. Jake ain't a professional. Have you seen the video in St. Louis? The Africans tried to kidnap the kids in a white van. Yeah, I seen that. They whooped them niggas' ass, too. Boxing is trash now. They are ill, but Floyd is everything. He said, wasn't Conor? Floyd whooped Conor McGregor ass. I was out there for that. I seen a guy get knocked down in the streets and his flag ripped out of his hand and thrown about in the streets. If anybody was at the McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight, it was Irish people from all over the world came to that motherfucker, yo. They had flags and shit. This is some real... The same shit was... Yeah. This is some serious shit. This shit was crazy as a motherfucker, man. They was out... It was so many motherfuckers who had the same haircut as Conor McGregor. Like, he had a bunch of, like, stands, basically. They was all over Vegas. And they was acting unruly a little bit. After the fight... That was over with. Man, give me this motherfucking flag. Motherfuckers just taking their flags and shit. knocking them around. What did Brett Favre say? Did Shock G take the vaccine like DMX did? That's what we need to know. I think due to these deaths coming at an accelerated rate, I hope they don't have something in common. It's a video on Instagram of what appears to be troops from the United States military. They going to each one of them, asking them would they take the virus, would they take the vaccine, or have they taken the vaccine? And they like, fuck no, and they in the military. So what that tell you? FY Mobile say, why you delete my message? How can I delete your message? I got my hands are right here. How can I delete your message? One of the moderators zapped you. You must have said some slick shit. There's moderators in here. It said deleted. Oh, it said deleted. You said something you wasn't supposed to say. Sorry, pal. I've never been to Vegas. Soon, where should I go? You might like the Cosmopolitan. There's some new joints out there now, but I recommend the Cosmo. You like the Cosmo and shit. The Bellagio, I never been there. We got to start going to the Bellagio instead of going out there and taking pictures in front of them fountains. We're gonna break that. We're gonna break that trend this year. Everybody got a picture in front of them Bellagio fountains, but ain't nobody spend no nights there. From here on out, if we going to Vegas, we got to spend some nights in the Bellagio, black folks. Straight up. He said, why is it expensive? I think it might be pricey because don't know niggas be in that motherfucker. Niggas is always in the same joints. You know where we be at. It used to be MGM. Remember MGM used to be all crazy? Fuckers hanging out. It's not like it's the Cosmo. Planet Hollywood, the fashion show, MGM, Caesar's Palace, Cosmo. Trey P, I'm trying to tell him. Damon Holt said 200 for Gully and I'll match it. That Bosco versus Gonzo fight that was weak. They fought? So they really had a fight? Is it footage? He said, he said, MGM, you gonna get bad bugs, pay the fee. Oh, they done turned that to the projects, huh? 2021, 290s at the Bellagio. Trey P said, don't no bitches be at the Bellagio. That's why don't nobody be in there. That's why don't nobody be in there. Motherfuckers be in the Stratosphere, the Link, MGM. That's what you got a point. They be the Cosmo popping now. He said, don't be no bitches in. Why don't be no bitches in Bellagio? Luxor, right. Right. He said, yeah, Bosco was actually decent when he fought. We want to see it. Why ain't I seen no footage? Why ain't nobody talking about it? We party hard to Humpty Hump in Philly. Will Smith used it in the Wild Wild West. Bosco won. Man, I know that nigga. Man, I know Gonzo ain't let Bosco beat him in a boxing match. Who won, y'all? Who won? He said it was a draw. He said, I'm going to say Bosco. They had headgears on. Polo the Don said Bosco beat the brakes. Sko got out on him. Oh shit! He said Bosco was too big. Oh, that would factor into a boxing match. He said it was a mismatch weight wise. It was good for the culture. Gonzo punched like he 11. Niggas is crazy, man. I gotta watch it. Y'all got me wanting to get up off here and watch that shit. He said Bosco wasn't too shabby. Bosco was trying to straighten out his resume. Have you listened to Shock G's Fear of a Mixed Planet album? Nope, I ain't listened to Bosco. I said Bosco. I ain't listened to Shock G in years. He said Bosco, nice. He said Gonzo was tired as fuck. He didn't train. He didn't train. He said, I'm watching it now. It's funny as hell. They both out of shape. So them niggas got a fight off, huh? How much they get paid? How much them niggas get paid, yo? PA all day. I appreciate your donation. Bosco was looking like Larry Holmes. They got 50 apiece. They got 50 apiece? That's nice. How many rounds was it? 3? He said 50K. Lies. It was 3 rounds. 2-minute rounds. He said 50K, a nice hit for that trash 3 rounds. Damn, they gave them niggas 50. He said, wait, 50K a piece, y'all sure? Trash 3 rounds. He said they needed 1-minute rounds. He said they squashed their beef and got the bag. Win, win, win. Yeah, they fucking win. Big Nissy with the knee wraps. He said both of them calling Gully out now. He said, would you fight him for 50? Hell yeah. Boom, 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 boom. He said Gonzo spit his mouthpiece out and put it back in without washing it. God bucket. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Rest in peace to Shock G. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure y'all go check out that interview I just did with Mark Curry. It's on Instagram, on Gully TV World, at Gully TV World. Follow me on my big page, The Real Gully TV. And I'm up out of here. Peace.